Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Well, kids are heading back to school, and we all have a role to play when it comes to traffic safety, whether we're driving, walking, or riding a bike. And joining us today to give us some tips on safety is Baltazar. He's with the Wisconsin Bike Federation and part of a program called Share and Be Aware. Thanks for joining me today, Baltazar.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having us here.
So tell us what the Share and Be Aware program is.
Yeah, the Share and Be Aware program is a statewide program. It is funded by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, and it is run by the Wisconsin Bike Federation. The main goal of this program is to make people walking and biking safer by educating all road users in our community. Either if you drive a car, if you use your bike, etc., we want to make sure that every road user is safe.
We all do have certain responsibilities,
Yes.
and we need to know what they are.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's start with a pedestrian. Who qualifies, I guess, as a pedestrian?
Yes, a pedestrian is everyone who is at foot or some folks who are using a wheelchair that are considered pedestrians in our community.
Okay. And what should we as drivers do to be aware and help be safer regarding pedestrians?
There are many things that drivers can do, but there are three very important things, and especially for this time where kids are going back to school, it's very, very important. I mean, obviously, every day of the year is important to follow these rules, but right now we need to pay a little bit more attention. Number one, always drive at or under the speed limit. That's very, very, very important. That can save many, many lives. Number two, very important, always look around. You know, make sure that you look around to see if there are children crossing the streets, if there are adults crossing the streets. And number three, concentrate at the task of driving. Very, very important. Forget about texting, forget about using your cell phone, listening to, loud music that might distract you. Very, very important. Concentrate at what you are doing, which in that point you are driving. That will really save many, many lives.
I'm thinking it goes two ways. Even a pedestrian, if they're busy on their phone, they're not paying attention either. So let's talk about what pedestrians can do to stay safe while being on foot and crossing the street.
Yep, very important. And this is, again, especially important right now for children and adults, adults who are bringing their children to school, children who are going after they finish school, they walk home. The number one thing is look across all sides. Make sure there is no cars coming. Wait if there is a car coming. That's very, very important. Number two, signal your intentions. Wave to the driver. Look at the driver, make sure that the driver is seeing you. Otherwise, if the driver doesn't see you, then the driver might not know that you are there. Wear light color clothes, and if possible, wear reflective material. Cross at intersections and crosswalks. Do not cross in the middle of the street. Try to do the more you can so that you can stay safe. Do not use cell phones. Do not use headphones when you are crossing the street. I think the number one thing is pay attention. Be very assertive. Be an assertive pedestrian so you can be safe.
Sure, and using those crosswalks is part of being predictable.
Yes.
And the drivers can have a better idea of what's coming next.
Yeah.
And I agree, boy, when you make eye contact, you feel so much better about being seen.
And even if you're like a little child, raise your hand, so that you know that the driver is looking at you, that the driver knows that you are there.
What a good thing to teach a little one. Regarding crossing at traffic signals, we have about a minute left. What are we supposed to be looking for?
Very important, use them. I think we live in a city that has a lot of traffic signals. If you see a push button, use the push button. It's going to be easier for you when it comes to allowing you time to cross. If the sign says don't walk, don't walk.
Don't walk.
Stay there. Wait your turn, but when the sign allows you to walk assertively, but always paying attention. Even though you have the right of way, you need to always pay attention because you know what you are doing. You do not know what the drivers might be doing.
Exactly. Alrighty, well, if you would like to request an ambassador like Baltazar to come to an event or teach a class.
Yes.
It's free of charge, and you can check with the Wisconsin Bike Federation for that. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.